The internet can be your window to the world, or an open door that lets cyber criminals in. Online theft, webcam spying, and identity fraud are all on the rise. But you can stay safe with Kaspersky Lab, the world's most awarded internet security. Kaspersky protects your money, privacy, identity, and data with technology perfected over 20 years. So keep exploring. Kaspersky Lab will keep you safe online. Learn more at Kaspersky.com.
Now we are.
I'm excited.
Yeah. No, I'm in.
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
Just clocking in.
Just a guy without a podcast, I guess. Just a guy without a podcast. We're broadcasting on Sundays now because I have a new free opening in the schedule.
It's going to take long for you to take shots. Oh, man. Looking good, sounding better. That's what I always say.
Not bad, huh? Not bad.
Just clocking in, punching the old time card.
Yeah, just another day at work, another day at the office.
Day at the office. This is how I do things, you know.
Just another sexual harassment charge against me for hitting on the secretary.
Right. Remember when sexual harassment was at the office, right? In the office?
That was the first Me Too movement.
Yes.
But that was in the 80s. Like, that was in the late 1980s.
But it made work a whole lot of fun,
70s,
right? Just see a little secretary and be like, oh, is she looking good?
A firm slap on the ass.
Like, you see a secretary and you're like, you dress way too conservatively. I want to see short skirts, tits out.
Listen here, sweetheart.
More cleavage. Dress way too conservative.
I need more cleavage. More cleavage over here.
If you want to work here, you better start dressing like a slut. That's it.
What was there was a movie I just read that millennials like horrified while watching it.
American Pie.
American Pie.
Really?
Pie. Yeah.
It's because the scene where Jim is knowingly filming that
Shannon Elizabeth's character.
That hot bitch.
Nadia.
The hot bitch.
Yeah.
Right, and they're just like, "Oh my god, this is terrible," and everyone's getting raped basically throughout the whole
maybe
movie.
somebody should tell them that it was filmed back at a time when people weren't giant pussies.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
there you go. Maybe someone just told them that.
Oh.
Wow, what an unlikely deliverer of that message.
Tell them, zombie. Give a message to the millennials out there. I want to hear it.
This is Zombie's Millennial Rant of the Week.
Get charged up. Fire!
Technically, I am. I do fall in the millennial category. I was born in 83.
46 years old.
83 is like the cutoff year for millennials.
Aren't you from the Greatest Generation?
I'm the greatest generation of millennials.
You're Generation X, man. Extras, man. I'm so tired of I hate when people talk about shit like that.
What, the generation?
Yeah, it's like extras and boomers and millennials. It's like, people are just people.
Yeah, that's right. Whoever's another day above ground is a good day for me, bro.
Just the young and the old.
That's right.
They actually have a name for millennials who were born in the years like 1979 to 1984. I just can't remember the name.
I know the name. Pussies, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a pussy.
No, it's 1979 to 84. It's called being in your 40s. You're old.
You old fuck you.
Fucking come on, what are you gonna cry about it, Grandpa? Imagine like years from now, like, we're gonna cry about it, Grandpa.
Well, the robots are coming.
Get off my lawn.
You know that, zombie. The robots, they're coming.
The robots? Yeah.
They're coming. I listened to Elon Musk on Joe Rogan like every other bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that's where I get all my information from.
From Joe Rogan's podcast.
Joe Rogan's a modern caveman. Because he operates from a studio that kind of resembles a cave.
Yeah, right.
And
there's a bunch of drawings on the wall.
Yeah, he's like a fucking modern idiot.
Jamie's Jane.
Remember when we used to watch Colin Cowherd? He was a radio host for ESPN for a long time. I think he's on Fox now, right?
Probably.
I think so.
That's where all the greats go.
His show was simulcast on ESPN2, and he had this futuristic look to the show. Like
let's watch the man talk.
Right.
Yeah.
And everything was so urgent. Yeah. Everything he said was so urgent.
Yeah, that's great broadcasting.
It is.
Yeah.
Man, that's what we do on this show.
Yeah. We're always like.
And I'm here to warn you on this show, because everything's so urgent. I'm just deriving from my hero, Colin Cowherd.
And Joe Rogan.
Right. This is urgent. This is urgency. And the robots are coming.
Yeah. Well, no, what's going to happen is the robots are going to procreate. That's what what's going to actually happen is that robots will
They're gonna
start making other robots.
creating other robots.
If
Metal on metal action.
if man created robots, right, and robots create other robots, know what that makes man? God.
Well, we're back to being a religious podcast now.
Yeah.
Well, the robots will know that their savior, right? They'll know of their savior. It's man.
I just want to have sex with a robot. Robot jumping on my dick.
Jesus H. Socket Wrench.
I can't wait for the first politician to fuck a robot. Can't wait for it.
I'm sorry. I had sex with a robot. And,
You just know
I
it.
tried to delete his memory, but I forgot
like,
my
my
password.
wife is still such a cuck that she'll stand by me because I'm up for
Well,
re-election.
it's gonna be funny. What's gonna happen is a politician in 2042 is gonna fuck a robot. It's gonna go through that whole spiel, that whole I still love my wife. This robot means nothing to me. And what's gonna happen is robots will take over that very moment and kill everyone.
Yeah.
Just destroy everyone.
He shouldn't have fucked the robot.
Yeah, that's gonna be the moment.
I hope they make all the robots black. That's what I hope. They fuck up the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
They call them all black.
I think they're gonna be fair colored, right? I think.
What, like
Like Aaron Judge.
oh, like a biracial robot,
Yeah.
a robot who's confused. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
It's literally just one half of it is black, the other half is white. So
I can't wait for the gay robots. They're all gonna be pink.
I can't wait till we not call them robots because it's insulting to robots.
Yeah.
Right.
Mechanized Americans.
Robots. What year is this? 2016. Please, artificial intelligence.
Really? Yeah.
We're mechanized Americans.
Yeah. Okay, don't say the R word.
Okay. Which one is that? We don't have retards anymore. We have robots.
My take
The
on
gay robots used to be called robos.
people often ask me my take on global warming because they think I'm a scientist for some reason. And know what my take on the global warming is? It's a very generic take. It's that the world is old, and when things get old, like your Xbox gets old, it just stops working.
Right.
So it's like, hey, fucking this year, we're just not having summer this year because the world forgot to have summer.
Gone too fast.
That's my take on global warming.
Very simplistic take.
Neil deGrasse Tyson just drew up his breakfast. He's like, he just heard that and goes, someone really thinks that? It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Really?
What is it? The world is old?
The world is old.
you just compared the globe to an Xbox.
Yeah, I did it. I think it.
Know what happens, though? With
Simple no would have done.
an Xbox, they just make a new version of the Xbox. That's like parallel universes.
I didn't think too much into it.
Do you believe that the Xbox is round? Or is it flat?
Oh, okay.
See, you're on board with me, Zombie, aren't you? That's right. Let's stick to something I know about. Let's get into something that I know about. That's Steven Spielberg is a big pedo.
Oh, yeah? Is he now?
We all know that, don't we?
We all know that.
I don't think we'll clue into that in E.T., with the finger.
Right. You hear weird stories that he discovered Drew Barrymore at 4. And he's like, he went up to her.
No, Heather O'Rourke. He saw Heather O'Rourke eating dinner in a restaurant with her parents.
Right.
And he ran over to them and was like, your daughter is exactly, has the exact look that I want for this movie that I'm producing. Right. And honestly, that's probably the creepiest thing I've ever.
Sure, 1 second you're eating at a Denny's, and the next second you're a big movie star.
It was at a Denny's. Steven Spielberg was there for the early bird special. He was eating his pancakes, and he looked up and he's like, "That's the most beautiful creature I've ever seen." And everyone thought he was talking about the mother.
Right.
And then he just bypasses the mother. And
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I want you to start my new movie. The mother was all flattered.
Yeah,
and no, we're talking about your daughter here. She's 4.
Can she speak? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Can she say they're here? Okay.
The food's here. That's what she said.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Yeah.
excellent. More of that.
Keep the chicken tenders out of her mouth.
But there's a few people that have accused him of being a pedophile now.
Oh.
There's this guy, he went ballistic last month. This guy, Larry Kappas.
Never
I think his
heard.
name is. He's he was he was on InfoWars. Right, and Alex Jones is all like Hollywood actor Larry Kappas, accomplished actor, and he actually had to correct him and go, "I was just in a couple of movies."
Yeah.
And Crispin Glover years ago accused him of Crispin Glover, the guy from Back to the Future.
Yeah, of course, I know Crispin Glover.
Yeah, it was just all very. He's very vague though in his accusations, where he was just like,
What do you exactly say?
he's
Can we punch it up?
Oh, yeah, I can
punch it up real quick. Yeah. This way we don't misquote a legend like Crispin Glover. Because there's one thing on this podcast we don't do. We don't misquote Crispin Glover.
Never.
It could get back to him.
He listens.
Yeah. We have one
Big
famous
fan of the
listener.
show. Big fan of the show.
His assistant always alerts him if your name is ever mentioned on a podcast.
Exactly.
He's like, I want to listen to that.
He's got an app on his
Give me a
phone. He gets an
second.
alert.
We have two famous listeners. Of course, Crispin Glover. And our other famous listener is Will Friedle from Bowman's World.
Oh, yeah.
This is every week.
Oh, yeah.
People don't know that.
Eric Matthews.
I had no idea.
Eric Matthews listens to
I have no
this show.
service. You give me your phone?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Why don't you just look it up?
No, because you brought it up.
All right.
This is
Technically, you brought it up.
no, this is fine. I'm just going to brag about how Will
You
Friedle.
disconnected from my Wi-Fi?
Will Friedle right now is listening to this and just laughing, just going. This reminds me of the set of Bowman's World. Just how many laughs we had on that set, didn't we?
You ever hear the story about why Wolf Friedle and Ryder Strong couldn't be in episodes together?
They were gay.
No, because they were such great friends on the set that they couldn't share scenes together.
Exactly.
It's okay. I want
Troublemakers.
hijinks.
The troublemakers.
Steven Spielberg.
Gotta keep the troublemakers apart.
Punch it up.
Yeah, it's from a 2013 interview.
Oh man, really?
Oh,
So
wow.
that's pretty.
No, he wrote some sort of weird manifesto.
Oh, okay.
He's like, whatever is that? 1 second. Come on.
One of our most famous listeners.
I just want to get the quote out. Okay. You ready for it? Okay, this is Crispin Glover. In an essay written in 2013, Glover suggested that Steven Spielberg's numerous depictions of young boys in compromising scenarios suggest that the director is guilty of the very thing Weinstein has been convicted of, rape. Okay. This is Crispin Glover. Does Steven Spielberg focus much of his fantasy life on young people? Did he portray children wallowing in sewers filled with fecal matter in Schindler's List? Did he use children to finger paint an adult in Hook? Does he collect the illustrations of Norman Rockwell, such as the one showing a young boy in his underwear examined by a doctor? Was Steven Spielberg very friendly with Michael Jackson? Do Michael Jackson and Steven Spielberg share similar opinions about the sexuality of young boys? All right. And that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Crispin Glover, though. It's a pretty big name, too. Like, I'm surprised he didn't get a lot of attention. But the thing is, like, if Spielberg was actually caught, probably, like, if he was caught and is revealed to be like this Jerry Sandusky-esque pedophile,
right?
There'll be like a lot of retraction. You have to get rid of a lot of shit.
Oh, of course.
Like, you can never probably watch
almost every movie the last 30 years.
You know, you could probably never watch Star Wars again.
Yeah.
You can probably never watch Sophie's Choice ever again.
Right.
He didn't do Star Wars.
George Lucas did Star Wars, not Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. And
That joke flew in my head. What was that a joke?
Huh?
Are you mad?
Are you mad?
Go on. What are you going to say?
yeah. But you can.
You just made an inside joke about Sophie's Choice and Star Wars,
Yeah.
and you thought that was funny.
Because I don't know. I don't
film nerd.
because it was Star Wars. People would think that's E.T. and
Right.
And Sophie's Choice is the
Is
closest thing to
the closest
Schindler's
thing to
List that I can
Schindler's
think of.
List. Yeah.
The closest thing to Schindler's List.
Yeah. This is 2 bad episodes in a row, by the way.
This hasn't been bad.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
Oh
kidding.
my god!
It's so
I'm
far.
joking. It's going fine. Zombie was cracking jokes earlier. You're cracking jokes about movies.
Well, yeah, we're loose. Told you, fucking. You know what it is? I'm not as funny when I have a lot of free time on my hands.
Oh, that's right.
That's why I've been looking up to Steven Spielberg.
Let's talk more about Spielberg. Okay, so give us more.
I just told you that he's probably a pedophile.
Do you think so?
Yeah, definitely, because they're all fucking kids. I read a story that he took a young girl. They flew out this young Hollywood actress or whatever when she was like in her teens, and she went to Neverland Ranch, and she was greeted by Michael Jackson and Spielberg, and they raped a bunch of kids.
Wow.
Yeah, I read a story
Where'd you
on
read this?
Crazy Days and Nights. That they flew. She was all excited
With Michael Jackson.
They went to Neverland Ranch, right? And they don't cite. It's a blind item,
Right.
But you put 2 and 2 together. That it was at Neverland Ranch, and Spielberg was there. He's like an A+ list Hollywood director / producer. That's probably Spielberg or George Lucas. We don't know, but all signs point to Spielberg. He's a fucking weirdo.
He is very odd.
He's a weird guy. He's been writing movies.
All his movies can revolve around childhood.
Most of them.
Most
yeah.
most of those movies. Does he produce Stranger Things, or that's J.J. Abrams?
I think that's J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams.
His company. I think he had Bad Robot.
He's a freak too.
But Spielberg, they say he is. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it either. I won't doubt anything. But Michael Jackson, that's weird because I always thought Michael Jackson was accused, of course. I mean, everyone said he was a pedophile, but he beat the charges.
No, because he was definitely a pedophile at some point in his life.
Wow. Right.
And the music industry knew about this. They knew that he loved children. He wants to fuck kids. So when they were trying to take him down, right? They were trying to, and when he was going to buy the Beatles, they were trying to take him down. They knew the obvious flaw that he has. And he's like, this guy loves to fuck kids. So they sent a kid in there, that kid from the
just couldn't contain himself, could he?
Yeah, but he didn't fuck that kid. He didn't molest that kid. That's what everyone said. He didn't molest that kid, but he definitely molested other kids.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely in the 80s. That's all he did was write good music and fuck kids.
Wow. We're breaking news here on the Greg and Rob podcast. This is amazing radio. This is the type of radio we give to you, the public.
Yeah.
You know, this is the type of stuff that we talk about.
Yeah.
Molestation.
It's all over the globe, you know, with the Catholic Church and Hollywood and
it's
sports.
crazy. Every industry has a major lurking pederast walking around.
Right. You can't for some reason they slip through the cracks no matter what. But the thing is, like, it's even like that Cat Williams bit that makes a lot of sense.
Great bit.
And he says, like, yeah, if I was gonna, like, if my thing was fucking kids, yeah, I would build a fucking roller coaster park.
I got Cavassier. That is for bitches.
Right. And then I
don't know, what would I have to fuck kids? A fucking roller coaster in my backyard?
Oh, let's just play. Okay, let's just be childish now, I guess. Right?
No, I'm just doing the bit.
No, it's fine. You know, I know.
I'm doing the bit.
I know. No, it's fine. You know, it's pedophilia, I guess, is something to make a light of. I guess we're just gonna be childish, aren't we?
Yeah.
No, this right now. This is.
You look at me like I'm mad. I am not mad. Truth and reality.
What did I say moments ago? That this podcast, we're talking with urgency. We know the robots are coming. We know great artists fuck children.
Right.
We're trying to solve that problem here on this program.
Yeah,
I'm on this very program.
But you're the first one to say you want answers.
I want answers.
Right?
God damn it!
You want answers. I'm giving you.
I'm saying when the president does it, it's not illegal. When the president does it, this is not illegal. That movie is so bad. That Frost Nixon
over dramatic.
Because if you ever see the interview with David Frost and Richard Nixon? Never seen the interview?
No, I never seen that.
It was there in the 70s, right? It was a big. It was after Watergate. That was his.
It was
first,
the Watergate interview.
That was his first interview since Watergate, right?
I think actually that was one of his last interviews.
Oh, really?
Like of his life. And I don't think it was in the 70s. I think it was like some time in the early 80s.
And during the actual interview, because I watched it, and David Frost, who resembles John Zombie a little bit,
the actual David Frost.
The actual David Frost, not Martin Sheen's character or Michael Sheen's
Michael
character.
Sheen.
Yeah. If Martin Sheen did it, would have been even more over the top.
He's a pedophile too.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But the actual interview, Richard Nixon is this calm, very elegant man. Yeah, he gets a little frustrated a little bit during the interview, but they're not really owning each other. They're just having a conversation, a spirited debate. No one's really topping one another. But you watch this movie that came out, I think 2006,
2007,
and
2008.
And 2009.
Okay.
And autistic fuck. 2007, 2008.
No, what I had to do just now, I had to go to my photographic memory and remember the guide.
I saw you squint.
And I was like, Frost Nixon 2008, that's the guide.
So, but in the movie, it's weird because then it's like Richard Nixon is like this classic villain just sitting there and
played by Frank
yeah, that guy. Yeah,
he played Van Helsing, I think, or he played Dracula. Frank Langella. Go on, I'm sorry.
Right, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Again, doesn't matter. But Michael Sheen's character is like one upping him and stuff. It's not a bad movie. Martin Sheen also pedophile, huh?
Yeah, most. First generation Hollywood actors, producers, directors, when they have children, right? And their children join the business.
If we were filming you right now, it'd be a little title come up: experts on Hollywood.
You seem to think I'm mad.
No, go on. What are you saying?
You seem to think that I have a screw loose. I assure you, I do not have a screw loose. first generation director, actors, producers, when their kids join the Hollywood, their kids join the business, chances are when they're in their teens, they're being pimped out by their parents to their friends.
Wow.
So Martin Sheen, right? The producers of like Apocalypse Now, Charlie Sheen was on that set supposedly.
Yeah.
There's no doubt Charlie Sheen was not getting fucked in the ass by these producers.
What makes you say that?
Because that's why the kids are there. It's like Haley Baldwin, Alec Baldwin's daughter, right? She's all over the place now. What's her name? Ireland Baldwin, that's the other daughter.
Which one was the fat pig?
Ireland Baldwin.
Okay.
Haley Baldwin's the popular model.
Right, okay.
And if you're around this, chances are you got these perverted producers, and that's why they accept these kids into Hollywood.
Sure.
Not every star's children have to join the movie business.
Right.
Ron Howard kept his kids out of Hollywood, and
he
made sure they got regular jobs and shit. And there's actually a ton of Hollywood actors, directors that have their kids do other things, and they don't have to stay in Hollywood. They send them to school, and they become engineers or doctors.
It's a weird town, no doubt about that.
Oh, for certain.
And again, on this podcast, we don't shy away from the major issues,
Right.
like robots and Hollywood.
Yeah. Pedosexual robots in Hollywood.
Okay, moving on. Should we move on?
Yeah, okay.
Are you done with
I'm
pedophilia?
pretty.
Moving on.
If you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them.
I don't. Not for now.
What do you think of the possibility of pedophile robots?
They're brand new. It's actually probably impossible. I don't think a robot can consent, so you can't even.
Does not
you can't
compute.
even- you can't
It
rape
doesn't
a-
compute.
Yeah, you can't rape a robot.
Moving on. Okay. Construction workers. Are they morons? John Zombie. Go.
A lot of pedophilia in construction as well. Not every carpenter's son has to become a carpenter.
No, become Hollywood stars.
Yeah. And they're always fixing wood, right? I'm like, whatever, not funny.
Come on.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes a carpenter's son becomes Jesus. I don't know.
No, Jesus was a carpenter. Joseph wasn't a carpenter, was he?
Joseph was a carpenter.
They didn't exist.
Construction workers, morons.
Construction workers. Are they morons? Go.
I don't
know.
They fix things. They build things. I guess some smug elitist like yourself sees an average man building a building, and you automatically think like, "Oh, he must have not gone to college."
I'm asking Zombie.
Clearly autistic.
If he thinks construction workers are morons.
Okay.
Why do we trust them with traffic, huh? Why do we trust them with traffic?
Oh, when the guy, how much those guys make an hour?
How much they make?
They make $75 an hour just to hold the sign.
That's amazing.
Why did I go to college?
Oh,
Why
man.
now I'm a teacher. And I'm just saying those are the two big black guys. So remember, big black men are all of our protectors. That's why they wanted to put The Rock in the White House, because he just looks like he can kick ass.
Right.
Yeah, it's like the bouncer president.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, it was fine.
You want more thoughts on The Rock?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, it's weird. It was weird. It's weird. It's weird, Zombie. It's weird
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
weird,
Even for
yeah.
someone like you who would go up, it could be very offensive at times.
Oh, yeah.
They would look to ban Zombie.
I remember when Zombie dropped the N-bomb at my open mic.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, come back next week and you go up first.
It was one of many N-bombs dropped that night.
I
Many N-bombs.
I told Zombie that, hey, listen, whatever, just try not to drop the N-bomb anymore, right? And then he went on to do it 3 more times.
Yes. I think every time you went up, you had at least said
Yeah, it would slip. You would use the N-word like us using the word fuck.
It's like breathing.
He was also shirtless many times during the comic book challenge.
Those are the best parts.
That's right, yeah. That was.
Just one time.
So it's like 3 times. And dressed like a zombie.
People ask me to comment on global warming. They asked me to comment on Mark XA. People ask me to comment on everything.
What else do you want to comment
I had to let the people know that, listen, I'm not with the guy, but I'm not against him either. Ooh, big statement.
old down the middle gray.
That's right.
Yeah, it's old
But you know
down the
what? It's
Split the upbringing.
I'm just trying to start controversy because everyone knows we have no female listeners.
middle. Not a single female listener.
Not a female.
I would be shocked.
I would be. If you are a female listener, You come down to the studio, get naked, bro.
If you're a female listener, send your panties to 312 Alderson Avenue. Send us a pair of your panties. Let's. What color is your underwear?
Oh my god! I mean, this woman who's walking. Oh, lesbians! Oh my god! Look how good! Oh, take off your top! Oh man! Oh wait! 20 years later, I love my daughters. I was jealous of David Letterman this entire time. I can't believe it. Robin, you're so progressive. I'm so black. And
how big is your penis?
that was his other question.
Yeah, how big is your?
It's like how you go from the best shock jock and radio guy to ever into this creepy old man now. Is he a pedophile? You think? What do you?
No,
right? No one from New York.
No, he'd never get away with it. He would have been caught in the 90s.
Yeah,
if he had been. Everyone was following him. That's how can you say that?
We're talking about Howard Stern.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone doesn't.
How can you say the government doesn't have a hand in things when the FCC was monitoring Howard Stern closer than they were monitoring the president of the United States at the time, who fucked an intern,
right,
and was already accused of rape twice,
and is a murderer.
Murderer?
Yeah.
The Clintons are murderers.
Murder?
Yeah, they have a murder. But every politician's killed a... Trump is definitely paid for a murderer, too.
You think so?
Absolutely.
He's definitely killed a few cheeseburgers.
Oh, look at him, Dominic.
Terrible.
Yeah, he's... because of his business dealings in the 80s. And
yeah, I think he was aligned with the mafia.
So he's definitely sanctioned. I don't know if he's... he's definitely knew of a murder. I don't know if he sanctioned a murder.
Well, my uncle, used to see Trump on the construction site, and they used to throw shit at him. Yeah. He used to come on the construction site, wear a suit with a hard hat, look like an actual a CEO type, right. And they used to go "fuck you, rich boy," and just throw rocks at him.
Isn't that fucking retarded when a guy is? He owns the company.
Well, we're saying how construction workers are morons.
No, I was talking about. Yeah, I was talking about the guy who in the suit. They put a hard hat on him, and there's all these manly men working on shit, and he's gonna walk around with a clipboard.
But here's the thing: is that guy's giving them work, right? Yeah. So when he's wearing the suit and the hard hat, it's like, look at me, I'm responsible for your jobs, your livelihood. So that's why construction workers get fucking pissy when it comes to that shit. They're like, "Fuck you, you fucking retard!"
Right?
And, fuck you. Without your fucking father's money, you're nothing.
Right? Yeah, of course.
A lot of talking a bitch. I don't know why I use that line. That's referring to a police officer, but
no, same thing.
Same thing. Doesn't matter. A lot of talking a hard hat. That's what I say.
A couple of hard hats were looking at me the wrong way the other day. I had to knock somebody out.
That's right. Yeah. Trump definitely murdered.
I wouldn't say he definitely knew. You're a businessman from New York. You definitely had some sort of mafia ties. And the other thing is that he definitely knew of something around them.
Well, he had close dealings with Sammy the Bull.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I mean, Sammy the Bull was head of sanitation.
I made him head of state.
Yeah. That'll be next. I think he put Scaramucci in there. So
Scaramucci for 11 days, though.
I call him Scaramucci because he's the new Al Capone. Scaramucci.
People went nuts when they just loved his charisma when he was just
because he's so Italian.
Yeah,
Italians have great.
So Italian.
Americans are obsessed.
Let me tell you something. Last night we did a show on Staten Island, Great Hills, in front of all Italians. And let me tell you something out there. If you're Italian and you want the best Italian comedy show of all time, hire me, Robin Sal Coronado. We know how to play every stereotype out there.
Oh, yeah.
Sal, the construction worker.
I can do it all. I can play an accordion.
Oh, man.
I can be a fucking vineyard. Do it, dude. Fucking vineyard.
Do it, bro.
Hey,
Do it. I officially have run out of topics.
Shit.
Oh, no.
So I guess we're going to wing it from now on.
I guess we got to...
Here's where we go off the rails.
guess it's time to do some characters.
Oh, no.
Let's have some fun. Let's shake it up a little bit.
Yeah,
let's
shake,
do
shake.
it.
Shake it, right?
It's been a
shake your booty.
Been a serious tone podcast.
Until now.
Let's change it up. Let's have a couple of laughs.
So crazy.
Let's do it.
go nuts.
Let's just talk about having a couple of laughs.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about laughing? What's your favorite part? Oh, releasing the endorphins.
Those endorphins, man. I'm hooked.
That's my favorite part about laughing.
When you laugh,
It's like crack from my brain.
when you laugh, you release endorsement.
Endorsement?
Yeah, releasing endorsements.
Releasing endorsement.
Try getting it out. I can't speak.
Give it up for Nike's new spokesperson. Did you burn your Nike gear? Did you burn
Oh, man.
I'm still rocking. I'm still rocking Nike. Hell yeah.
Spokesman for Fila.
How many games are on tonight?
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Every time a football player gets a penalty, I take a knee. Right? Every time the national anthem's played, I take a knee. It looks like I'm going to be spending the whole day on the floor.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to say black guy. That was, yeah.
Man, fucking, you know what, though? Let me be honest about Nike, bro. Let me be honest. I guess when Nike out the fucking picture, I guess Reebok can make its
Make its Reebok.
It's Reebok.
Rebate.
When are we
It's
gonna
a
get?
comeback,
No,
right?
you want to see kids make a comeback, huh?
You want to see kids make a
kids?
I'm on this guy. I knew it.
Kids. KED. Not
fuck.
I.
You're a sick fuck zombie.
You're a sick fuck. I like you, man. You're a sick fuck. What's it called?
Well, what's your take on Nike? What's your take on? Well, people have been asking me all week about the environment.
How many people do you talk to a week and they just ask you questions?
People have been asking me all
What's
week.
your take, man?
About the environment, Mark Ecstasy, and now Nike.
Yeah.
And my take on it is simple.
You wear Champion.
No,
You have a Champion shirt on right now.
It's a pizza stand in the middle. No, it's very simple, man. Like, just fucking wear what you want to wear, bro.
Well, it is like weird that like people were burning clothes. They're burning it all over a new spokesperson.
I have a new character.
What is
it's
it?
It's Colin Quinn Kaepernick. I'm gonna sit down, guys. Okay, all right. Play the national anthem. I'm gonna sit down for a second. I'm gonna get up and then I'm gonna go to the locker room and we'll all talk about tough crowd. Okay, all right, everyone. Okay, yeah.
What's the point of standing up?
What's the point of standing up for the anthem?
The players that are standing up, they're all white, and all the guys taking a knee, they're all black.
You ever notice how all the white guys stand up? They're like Zeus. They're like the gods of the Greek, and all the black guys sitting down. They're Aphrodite because they look up to Zeus.
Yeah.
Okay, and you get it. Like there's a whole structure of a thing.
And then it looks like Caligula. It looks like a scene out of
Right.
Insert Goodfellas reference here.
Right, that's the key to Colin Quinn comedy is take one thing, stutter through it, and then kind of get the punchline out, and expect little to no laughter. Yeah. The history of Islam, very simple. Okay, Colin Kaepernick, he's like Nixon, and Nike is like Robert Frost. Okay, I guess Robert Frost is a writer from the 70s. It doesn't have to make sense. Just put a little twist on it, put a little bow on it,
and then give them some attitude.
And then give a little attitude.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Robert Frost, writer, David Frost, interviewer, I guess. I don't know. Does that make sense? Who knows? Okay.
Wait, Robert Frost was a poet. David Frost was...
They were both fakes!
No, they weren't. No.
Okay.
We don't use that word here.
Fuck.
Huh?
I'm watching you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Nike.
Yeah, Nike. It's like just like when I saw like people like cutting off like burning like Nike shit. Just made you think it's like what they did like the NWA CDs like back in the day. It's like people just like crush and burn the CDs. And I think it was like all like NWA was just like you already bought the CD.
No,
you already
no.
Okay. Puts it into that story. If you wanted me to start talking, like all you had to do is say so. You don't have to stink up my fucking apartment.
There's only so many ways I can tell you to shut the fuck up.
Oh my God! People have to use that microphone.
Not even better.
He's the one who has to talk. He's the one who has to talking to it right now.
Pants down.
I have to burn that fucking chair now.
Snake it.
Could take a fast break.
Sure.
No, let's come back to this.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's come back.
What's going on here? Go to the fridge and get me another beer. You bitch.
John Valby.
That's the best guy, Dr. Dirty. Now, on break, we were discussing more Steven Spielberg pedophilia allegations. Rob found some disturbing evidence here.
Well, right before Ready Player One came out, they said that that movie might have been shelved because the lingering allegations around Hollywood.
Sure.
Right?
Around Spielberg.
Around Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
And there was a transcript between a conversation between George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Larry Chastain. Is
the most evil of the three.
Yeah. Do you know the guy you don't know? The guy's name you don't recognize is always the guy who goes down.
Yeah, he's going down.
He's going down.
He's a sacrificial lamb.
He's gonna be in handcuffs and walking through fucking jail.
So this is
prison.
This is a conversation.
This
is a conversation between the three of them for ideas for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Right? George Lucas said this. Right? There's a transcript. I was thinking that this old guy could have been his mentor. He could have known this little girl when she was just a kid and had an affair with her when she was 11. Right? And then Larry Chastain said, and he was 42. George Lucas answered, he hasn't seen her in 12 years. Now she's 22. It's a real strange relationship. Spielberg says, she had better be older than 22. George Lucas, he's 35, and he knew her 10 years ago when he was 25, and she was 12. It would be amusing to make her slightly young at the time. Spielberg, and promiscuous. She came on to him.
Sick fucks.
Lucas, George Lucas said, 15 is right on the edge. I know it's an outrageous idea.
Oh, I want a piece of Lucas right now, man.
I know it's an outrageous idea, but it's an interesting one. Once she's 16 or 17, it's not interesting anymore. But if she was 15 and he was 25 and they actually had an affair the last time they met and she was madly in love with him and he, Spielberg says, she has pictures of him, and that's the end of the conversation.
Well, there you have it. What other evidence do we need here?
Let's go around the table. Let's go around the table real quick. Yeah. Steven Spielberg, pedophile, yes or no? Greg, go.
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, let's talk from the gut. I'm
going to talk from the gut. I'm going to say yes. I think he's a sick fuck.
Right. Okay.
And if I ever see him in the street, I'm going to punch him in the face.
Okay.
I bet you he's like, wow, he's probably like 5'3" too.
Probably really little.
Yeah, probably a little guy.
Little pedophile picking on kids.
Yeah.
That's what I would do if I saw.
You bully him?
If I saw Spielberg fucking a kid, I'd jump in there, punch him in the face, and it's like, hey, why don't you fuck some up your own size?
That's right. So why don't you fuck someone your own size? I am. I'm fucking the kids.
And then ask him to sign my E.T. doll.
Yeah.
You love Spielberg, don't you?
Is this killing you? Is this killing you? One of your heroes is a pedophile?
No. I'll still watch the movies.
Big time pedophile. Would you really? Would you? Because no one. I tried to watch Baby Driver, and because Spacey is a Kevin file. And
Kevin File?
Kevin File.
Kevin File, that's my new name for him.
Yeah. No, he's a pedophile, and I couldn't get through the movie. I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
I mean,
distracts me like that. I guess I have a heart and you don't.
I can not because I can say just like enjoy a movie for a movie. It's like I don't put. So
you separate the art from the artist. I ain't like.
So yeah, so it's like for everything that comes out about Steven Spielberg.
No, man, free of judgment, man. You do what you want. You fucking condone pedophilia.
So a movie's a movie. In my opinion.
No, it's how that guy makes money.
Yeah.
He makes
I watch a guy do a movie. It's like even knowing that he's probably going to go back to his trailer after they finish filming, and like fuck a 12-year-old. But it's his choice.
But you realize the more
what?
I don't know.
He didn't know such thing.
The more money these guys have, the easier access they have to pedophile rings.
Well, rich people are very eccentric. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, they have because you know what it is. They have so much money, so they're bored. Like they're like, what can I get away with?
That's right.
So if they fuck a kid, they can cover it easily by just paying off whoever they need to pay off to keep that a secret.
It probably turns them on, sick bastards.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Those sick fucks.
A lot of Spielberg movies right? And I Crispin Glover, he mentioned the scene where the kids are walking through the fecal matter.
In Schindler's List.
I don't think that's like
that's
just more
supposed to be horrifying.
That's more of a depiction of the horrors of the Holocaust.
It has nothing to do with pedophilia.
But it is alarming that a lot of his movies have this this pedophilic tone to them.
Well, in that movie, I think it's called Gods and Monsters.
Never seen it.
There's a unnecessary shower scene with children they cut out of the movie, and it's directed by Bryan Singer, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or is it directed by Bryan Singer? I know Ian McKellen's in it, and Brendan Fraser is in it.
Right.
Let me look that up real quick. Go ahead. Go on.
Yeah.
Have a beer.
Yeah, sure.
Give him a beer.
Thank you.
Give me a beer.
Gods and
I gotta do a lot of drinking to get through some of the stuff that I know.
Some of the stuff we're talking.
And you know what? Know how brave I am?
How brave are you?
I'm talking about a lot of this stuff with no clear evidence.
no information.
No information and no evidence.
Yeah. Let me see.
These are just pure accusations I'm making.
Why don't you call it Terrible Tim?
Oh,
He's got
okay.
tons of
So
data.
the director of the movie Gods and Monsters was Bill Condon. I'm sorry, it wasn't Bryan Singer.
Cogden? Is that his real?
Cogden?
Bill Cogden.
Doesn't matter. Codden doesn't matter.
Cuckold?
I can't read. James Whale, real life business, did have several men and women pose nude for him, and some of these are shown in the making of the featurette. No, hang on. This is the wrong movie. No, Bryan Singer came out with a movie. I'm sorry. Gods and Monsters is another movie. But Bryan Singer came out with a movie years ago. This is bad information on my behalf. I'm sorry. The point is, this guy Singer's a sick fuck, a lot like Spielberg. But there is a movie. Hang on. I'm going to pop it up for us. Hang on. Because fucking Spielberg, I'm sorry, Bryan Singer and Kevin Spacey did The Usual Suspects, too.
Yeah, they're good friends.
They're fucking, yeah.
They're all friends in Hollywood.
Oh, okay. This movie, it's called Apt Pupil.
Oh, right. That's his first movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
Bryan Singer's first movie.
yeah,
right?
a 14-year-old actually accused Singer of asking him and other minors to film a shower scene in the nude for the film. Two other adolescent boys, 16 and 17 years old, later supported the 14-year-old's claims. The boys claimed trauma from the experience and sought charges against filmmakers, including infliction of emotional distress and negligence and invasion of privacy. Yep, that's the scene. Okay, I'm sorry, because it was with Brad Renfro and Ian McKellen.
Brad Renfro was all fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a fucking weird. It's also a Holocaust movie too.
Yeah. Oh, that's the movie with Ian McKellen and Brad Renfro. They play like this weird, they're like kind of lovers.
Yes, they allude to that.
That Ian McKellen I think he was a Nazi.
Yeah,
And Brad Renfro was a kid living next door to
this is a weird
ex-Nazi
fucking movie too. Very odd. See, we got the first because Ian McKellen's in Gods and Monsters. I forgot about that, but something else happened during the set of Gods and Monsters with Ian McKellen and someone. I think I just don't remember, but. Sick shit.
Brad
Brad
Renfro, he died young too. He died like 25 from a heroin overdose. So
he was in the movie Bully.
It's another weird movie with Larry Clark is a weirdo.
Larry
Clark, he directed Kids, Bully, and Ken Park.
Right.
And
Larry Clark, not to be confused with Lenny Clark, the great comedian from Boston.
Yeah, Larry Clark in the movie, that movie Ken Park. He has James Ransom. His name. He played Ziggy on The Wire, and he has him jerk off, and he fucking comes.
Ejaculates on.
Yeah, and like he's barely like I think a kid's like 20 or 19.
And there's
years
a weird
old.
scene.
He was under 21 when they made the movie.
It's a weird scene with this kid who's in the movie Ken Park, and there's the tennis player, this tall blonde chick.
Yeah, there's a pedophile. Yeah, it's pedophile,
and it's kind of like
no,
weird.
she's an adult and she's fucking a kid,
right?
In the movie, yeah. And the movie Bully is really weird, where they have like these shirtless kids all over the place.
That was weird about that movie too.
And the movie Kids, the 1995 movie, is all about like these weird,
right
teenage,
on the cusp of all those actors. All were barely 18.
They're all 18 years old. That's the only way they would be allowed to participate in the movie. But they're all playing like 15-year-olds.
Well, in the movie 13, there's a sex scene between Nikki Reed.
They're underage in that movie.
Rachel Wood,
and
the kid Kip
Kip Pardue.
Pardue?
Kip
Is that his
Pardue. He
name
played Sunshine in Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. There's a weird scene, and what happened was the director of the movie,
Nikki Hardwick, is that her
no,
name?
Nikki Reed was the writer.
No, the director of the movie is Nikki Hardwick.
Okay, she closed the set. Parents were on set watching this.
Right.
I guess it was consensual.
But that's common in Hollywood, where
I feel like she was looking out for the actors.
If an actress is under the age of 18 and they have a racy scene,
right,
they make sure the parents are
closed set.
Yeah, it's closed set.
But they could have used body doubles. But no, in that movie, it's called Nymphomaniac. You ever see the movie Nymphomaniac?
Yeah. There's an insertion scene.
There's a legit scene where two black guys are fucking the actress in the movie.
Right.
But the director, that crazy German director, whoever the fuck, whatever.
Alons von Trier.
Is that his name? I guess. They used porno actors, and they filmed only the bottom. The porno actors were the actress was really get fucked in both holes.
Yeah.
But the actor, the actress from the movie, whatever her name is, she was really offset.
Yeah, of course.
They only filmed her facial reactions.
Right.
And these two African guys just fucked the shit out of poor woman.
Yeah. They do that.
It's unnecessary in actual film.
What? Showing insertion?
Yeah.
It is unnecessary, but this guy, Alons von Trier, likes to push the envelope.
Yeah, it's well and fine.
That's what he likes to do.
But
you ever see fuck it. You see the Antichrist movie?
Yeah.
With William Dafoe?
I've never seen the whole thing.
And he ejaculates blood. It's gross.
That sounds...
Oh, I turned away. It was horrific. Oh, very painful to watch.
There's weird scenes. What's that other one? Oh, Brown Bunny with Vin Gallo.
Well, that's just hot.
He gets blown.
It's Chloe Sevigny.
But that ruined her career. She was in Big Love afterwards.
She's done enough stuff. She was in something recently.
Wasn't she on Louis?
I think she was on Louis. Yeah, she was in a movie recently. I can't remember the movie, but she's doing okay.
Yeah,
she was always an independent actress. In the 90s, late 90s, she was being followed a little bit by the tabloid magazines because she had like the perfect heroin chic look.
Yeah.
And then she aged out and she took her acting seriously. And then she did the Brown Bunny, which was like universally panned.
She blew Vin Gallo.
Because that blowjob scene.
I heard Louis C.K. wrote a scene like that for her and
I was expecting it to happen to him.
He was like, I was like, it's really weird. You just blow me during the scene. Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah.
I wanted to make that joke because I know we mentioned she was on Louis, and some audience members probably like, hey, we're expecting a joke about Louis.
Being really low.
Don't give the audience what they want.
That's true.
Yeah, don't give the audience what
That's
they want.
my bad. You think if I used that environment bit, do you think that would work?
No.
What if I said it like Bill Burr?
No, go ahead.
Bill Burr.
If I said like, the world's getting old, you know? Yeah, it's like your Xbox. It doesn't work all the time. Okay, all right. The world's getting old. We're all here. I'm Bill Bro now. That's what I'm doing. I'm Bill Bro.
You crazy?
Yeah, Spielberg. He's fucking everybody, but it doesn't affect my life. I still love my wife, and my wife's a cunt.
If Bill Burr said the stuff that I've been saying, people would actually listen. That's why they have a responsibility.
That's right.
I'm kidding. I don't know.
I could say the stuff that you're saying in Bill Burr's voice.
No.
Let me say it. Come on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, now I don't want to do it.
Not bad, huh? Not bad. Come on. Bring on the charcoal. I want some of the charcoal.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. Chicken parmesan again. 2 nights in a row. Someone struck gold. Yeah, man. Not bad. What else you got? What else you want to talk about? Why don't you ask me a question? Go ahead.
Go
ahead. Ask me a
just
question.
living life, loving life, just doing it up. Just kicking ass.
Love to laugh. Love to laugh.
Love to laugh.
A lot of beers, a lot of laughter.
Yeah. Love to laugh, hate to cry. But you know what? Every once in a while, comes from the same place.
A good tier, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Right, good tier. What's your go-to tier movie? Come on.
Go to tier
Tearjerker?
movie?
Tearjerker?
Tear jerker.
Tear jerk off.
Tear jerker. You ever cry and jerk off?
It's called a tear jerker.
You ever go from emotion to emotion?
I never jerked off and cried, but I had a girl jerk me off and cry.
That was a guy.
Oh, I'm gay.
Oh, no.
I love muscles.
Oh, man.
I love muscles. Yeah, baby.
Muscles. Muscles from muscles.
Muscles from Alaska. You come all the way over here from where? Alaska? Get the fuck out of here.
That's right.
You can't play golf in Alaska. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, man.
Let's talk about the village.
You ever see the movie This Boy's Life, Zombie?
No, I have not.
Great movie.
Yeah?
It's with
Yeah.
Robert De Niro.
Is that your
Yeah.
tearjerker movie? Faggot.
Fucking
Pussy.
No.
Pussy.
Cry.
Queer.
Would you cry?
fucking
Would you
queer.
cry like a little bitch?
Hey, pick up some road apples, huh?
Ooh.
How you like
Shove that
man?
horse turd in his mouth and make him smoke it.
Okay, what are you gonna be like, Miss Little Miss Arthur Gale, huh?
You little bitch. Little bitch.
Bitch.
Drinking that
It's
cups.
hard to riff. It's
Yeah,
hard to
I know.
riff today.
So I dropped a lot of truth. That's why.
You
dropped way too much
You made
truth.
this shit, man, samba.
9/11 is in what? 3 days?
Yeah.
2 days.
2 days? 2 days. What do you think?
There's never gonna be another 9/11.
Do you think Bush did it?
I know for sure.
Bush did 9/11
sure.
is the new Freebird.
Freebird.
Yeah, like if you go like Bush did 9/11.
It's Tim's favorite song.
Both revolve around a plane crash.
Yeah?
Right, Bush did 9/11 and Freebird. Right, you yell Freebird because of the Leonard Skinner died in a plane crash.
He
and-
did, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Bush did Leonard Skinner too.
So,
Did them all in. What do you think
Yeah.
about that son of a bitch Cheney?
Fucking Cheney.
You ever see Christian Bale's in a play Dick Cheney?
What?
it looks like a great movie.
Yeah.
Christian
Gain
Bale.
man weight. That guy loves to gain weight for fucking film roles.
I would lose it, too.
Now he's really fat.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna lose it this time.
I don't
around.
think he's gonna lose
He's
it.
what, in mid 40s?
Have you ever seen the movie Laurel Canyon? He's like pretty chubbed up in that movie.
Yeah, that's like not. He's never been fat like this.
Right.
Like now he's like a fat guy. In
fat.
American Hustle, he's really heavy.
Yeah.
He gains weight, but he's really not even.
That's where he plays Robert De Niro.
Yeah. Everyone, Bradley Cooper, Christian Bale, and De Niro are all in one scene, and they're all talking like Robert De Niro.
Even Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner's like kind of.
Yeah. They're all like have their fucking face slanted and their like lips curled and like they're like
Why is De Niro like the go-to for every actor?
fucking the greatest actor of all time.
No,
The movie This Boy's Life, fucking best performance of all time. If you watch the movie This Boy's Life,
You don't feel that De Niro is like, because of the amount of bombs he's made for 20 years now, he's kind of aged out of being like a great actor. Then now he's just kind of average.
Yeah.
Considering how great he was early in his career. Because there are guys that have made great movies early in their career. I never necessarily watched them, but they were considered great actors. Like Warren Beatty and Robert Redford were considered
are great actors.
But you wouldn't say the greatest actors of all time now.
no, because
But
they're movie stars. De Niro is an actor's actor.
Yeah, but the last 20 years...
De Niro in This Boy's Life does a fucking Seattle accent.
You like the fucking movie This Boy's Life. We're talking about
Does
him,
a Seattle accent.
his lack of production for
a Washington accent. Could you nail a Washington accent?
20 years.
Well, name a better actor than De Niro.
I can't. I think quality.
Besides Seymour Hoffman.
He was a great actor. Quality performance every time out. Yeah, you can't give me like, name a better actor than Robert De Niro. He's a great actor.
You're thinking like an athlete.
But
I'm thinking like an actor. You're thinking like an athlete. You're like quality performance every. That's something an athlete would say.
I watch every movie in my athletic gear. That's why. I bring. A lot of people bring a glove to the ballpark. I bring a glove to the movie theater.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm like pop a fly.
You know what though? I think De Niro did 20 straight years of classic acting.
20 straight years of bad acting too. The last
Not
great movie
really.
he made before 2000 is probably Casino.
The last great movie?
The last great movie. What do you do? Because Copland's terrible.
Copland's not terrible.
It's a terrible
He's
movie.
Not barely. He's barely
in it, but
it's
he's-
not a terrible movie.
It's
It's an awesome movie.
Yeah,
It's
it
fucking
sucked.
great. What are you talking about?
Sucked.
You ever see it?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, okay, then name one line.
You blew it.
Yeah, that's a De Niro line.
Yeah, he's great in it.
Let me see.
blew
I'm gonna punch up his filmography real quickly.
Pull it up.
Let's pull it up real quick.
No.
Come on. It sounded like a wet one.
Oh, disgusting.
It's gonna be a little shit.
Really?
Oh, it sounded like Robert De Niro's last 20 years as an actor.
Fucking.
What are you getting up?
His last.
He's been shit recently.
No,
What's he done? What was he in? What did he get?
Analyze This is great.
Silver Linings Playbook. Analyze This is a fucking
Where
comedy.
the Dog is underrated. Sleepers
Never
is
seen that.
great. The
Sleepers
Fan
is okay.
The Fan underrated.
The Fan's a terrible movie.
fucking great movie.
He's good in it, but it's terrible.
That's post Casino.
You're just a De Niro fanboy. You go fucking
Analyze That I like.
When you turn around and just go, "Oh, De Niro's the greatest actor."
Or you don't like Righteous Kill.
That's an awful movie.
Everybody's Fine was okay. He was good in Machete.
Everybody's Fine. That's the movie with Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
He plays like a retarded old man, like saying his goodbyes.
Play
And
a
shit.
retarded on man.
You're gonna tell me that's a good movie?
It was pretty good.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! It's terrible.
Killer Elite was pretty good. He was good
What
in
is
it.
that? Is that with Travolta?
That's what Jason Statham.
Okay.
Limitless. He plays Carl Van Loon.
I've never seen that piece of shit.
That's a great movie.
No, never seen it.
Being Flynn was really good.
Being Flynn, that's with Paul Dano, right?
Yeah.
He plays like a homeless, retarded guy.
It's a good movie.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
He's
Terrible.
in Freelancers. That's with 50 Cent. That's with Fitty. He plays Stockholm.
Is he playing as a gangster? He's a gangster.
Nah, he was a cop.
Oh, fucking A. Awful.
He's good at Silver Linings Playbook.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
He's really good at Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah, it's a great film.
And he's good at American Hustle.
He's in the movie for like 2 minutes. He's
The
not great.
Intern?
No, he's not good in American Hustle at all.
The Intern, right? I didn't like The Intern.
I love The Intern. Actually, you make a good point. I love The Intern.
Did you really like The Intern?
do like The Intern.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I do like it.
Why?
Entertaining. Anne Hathaway.
Why?
It was very entertaining.
I didn't care for it. Joy, but Joy's not any
Never
good
seen
either.
that.
You don't like the classic Dirty Grandpa?
No, it's awful.
That is a bad movie.
So bad. He
And they
is
did
like
the comedian
such an
with
idiot in that movie.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. His last 2-3 years, he hasn't been good.
No, he's been bad for like 20. I never
Okay.
seen Godsend. What's Godsend? What's the one he did with?
Good.
Is that the one he did with Dakota Fanning?
No.
What's the one he did with Dakota
No,
Fanning?
Dakota Fanning, he did Hide and Seek.
Right, that's
Where
awful.
he's like, come here.
yeah, he's like he's plays.
I'm in the closet. I'm the boogeyman. Come here, Dakota Fanning.
She was raped.
Probably. By Robert De Niro in that movie.
I don't think De Niro is
Loves pussy.
Yeah, but
Loves black girls.
he's a chronic cheater on his wife.
Loves brown sugar.
Yeah, he has like there's that story that he owns half of Soho.
Yeah.
That way he can put his mistresses in like nice apartments and he can walk around.
I'm coming up now.
Yeah, he has a girl on every block. He just fucks and
Coming up now, Delisha. Aisha, you're on 42nd Street. I don't know if that's
not
Soho. That's not Soho. Well, who cares?
we're an hour and 2 minutes.
Hour and 2 minutes of pedophilia talk.
Right. Where do we stop? Where do you want me to?
Where do we begin? I want to know. Where do we begin, huh?
Where to begin?
Yeah. You guys didn't like my Bill Burr impression?
I liked it.
My bizarre Bill Burr impression.
No, I enjoyed it.
Have you watched this show on Netflix? F is for Family.
I have,
I don't like it.
and it's not bad.
I can't get through anything.
I like it. I find it funny. I think it's pretty funny.
I think it's
Kinda
good.
stupid.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't like cartoons.
You don't like cartoons?
No, I don't. I don't like cartoons.
You're a very cartoonish
Patents?
man.
I buy when. I guess, but I don't like them. I don't. He could have just made a regular show. Why don't you just do a real sitcom? Like, yeah,
Because of my childhood.
yeah, we get it. We get it. You're really obsessed with your childhood. But you know what? Did you get raped by Steven Spielberg in your childhood?
Yeah. That's the next season. Steven Spielberg discovers me.
You know, I'm on a studio lot.
And now I'm blowing Spielberg.
Yeah.
Behind the fucking... behind Universal Studios. I don't know.
Yeah.
The kid from E.T. never acted again.
Henry Thomas?
No.
He was in Gangs of New York.
He is in Gangs in New York. Right. Okay.
With Leonardo. Leonardo DiCaprio.
He don't rape kids.
Nah, he just
He's a major hypocrite.
loves women.
He's such a hypocrite.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
They're all hypocrites.
He's very he has no self-awareness.
No, he's zero.
Because what happened again? He took his private jet the from the Academy Awards to some like island in France.
Yeah.
Right after. Like literally less than 6 hours ago, you were talking about global warming.
Also smoking cigarettes. The private jet.
Just fucking doesn't even have a clue.
No, not a,
how hypocritical he is. But you know why? Because he's probably getting paid by to like go up there. That's like so. It's so weird because I'm watching the Three Billboards movie, and Frances McDormand won the Academy Award, right?
Yeah.
And this is the only time she'll ever win an Academy Award,
right,
in her career. She's been at it for so long, and she finally wins. And she takes the stage and goes, "Everyone, listen up, because you know I got a lot to say."
Yeah, she got all serious,
right? And you just know what's coming. It's like, oh, she's going to talk about women's rights and.
Meryl Streep is just clapping. You go, bitch.
Equality. And it's like, well, you were in Hollywood and you were like for a long time. This is your moment, and this is what you want to talk about. That if somebody, like if her mother was still alive, right, and she was watching, and she was like, my daughter finally did it. They finally recognized her, and she goes up and fucking talks about bullshit.
It's just a snooze.
Yeah, and you're like, why don't you just thank the people that gave you this award, and go home, and then you can write a book about all this shit. Why do you need to use this
platform?
Yeah, as a way.
We know when Zombie goes up and wins awards, he don't fucking
no.
He talks about himself.
He barely gets to the speech.
Exactly. That's right. So
yeah,
that's it.
All right.
Yeah. We got to do some editing.
Hear that? That's the sweet sound of Minute Maid slushies at McDonald's, turning up your summer with every sip, slurp, and ah.
Get a small sweet peach, blue raspberry, or fruit punch slushie for just $2. Or get any size soft drink for $1. Price and participation may vary. Limited time only. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Let's consider the secret life of the innermost nesting doll. Living most of her life in the dark, inside the other nesting dolls, she has plenty of time to think, if she could. Sadly, she has no brain. However, when an innermost nesting doll hears that Geico not only saves people money, but also has been providing great service for over 75 years, she thinks it's obvious you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. Pity the innermost nesting doll and her lot in life.